Good morning one and all. Myself Bhavani from Civil Department. Today I am going to give the lecture on chemical hazards. Means after this overall different types of disasters we have learned, means earthquakes and floods, droughts and volcanoes. These are all the natural disasters. Means other than that one, what are the chemical hazards we are going to face in our daily life? Okay. In that one, what is meant by chemical hazards? Mainly, these chemical hazards, those are nothing but the harmful substances which can be very much risk towards the human life, environment and also the property. And in this one, that may be these chemical hazards can be included in the workplaces, homes and also the environment. And sometimes these hazards can be in the form of gases, solids, liquids and also the aerosols. Okay. First one means what are the main sources of this chemical hazards are. First one, that is asbestos. Means this asbestos, it is nothing but the material that can cause the lung cancer and also other health problems. Means mainly this asbestos can be found in the construction materials like insulation. And when this asbestos is after constructing, when that insulation, if you are going to touch that insulation part, means that can be released into the air when these materials can be disturbed. This asbestos is one of the very serious health hazard which will be having the means we have to avoid this type of chemical hazard. Why? Because it will directly cause human beings lung cancer and also some other respiratory problems also. So we have to be very much careful of this asbestos and we have to avoid this type of asbestos also, means chemical hazard. And next one is lead. And mainly this lead is nothing but the metal. This is one of the heavy metal we are using for some means for the painting purposes or plumbing purposes, like that one. Okay. If we are going to contact with this lead, means it can cause very much damage towards the brain, kidneys and also the nervous system. When we are going to expose towards this lead, means it can also cause the learning and behavior problems also, and sometimes it can lead to the death also. And we have to avoid towards the exposure of this lead. And this lead can be, we can see in many products like paints, plumbing pipes and also in some of the types of food. That type of food we are not going to take, means if we take, means we will be suffering from this brain tumors and kidney stones also. These are all the various problems we are going to face when we are exposed towards this lead here. And also it is not at all common in the children who are exposed towards this contaminated soil or contaminated dust also. Obviously children are going to be play in the soil or dust only. Okay. If they are going to expose towards this lead, means they will be facing so many health issues also. Means after coming from the playing area, we have to wash the children immediately. Okay. Or they have to clean the hands and also the legs. Otherwise that can be infectious towards the children also. And next one is acid and bases. And here these acid and bases can be very, very dangerous chemicals. Obviously this type of chemicals can be used in some of the medical field also, and some can be used for some other purposes. In industries they can be used. So when we are facing this type of acid and bases, it can also cause them burns and also corrosion can be occurred and also irritation can be occurred on our body. But when we if this acid, when it fall on our body also, it will immediately burn. Okay. So immediate action to be taken when we are exposed towards this acid and also the bases. And these type of acids and bases can be used in the industries, and some type of acids and bases can be used for the medical field also, and some other manufacturing settings also. Okay, and if we are going to work in this where that will be where our body can be exposed to the acid and bases, means we have to be very careful. Why? Because it may cause very much damage to our body. So we have to wear the gloves, wear the mask, and we have to wear that overall top to bottom dress also. So that proper clothing should be done when we are going to expose towards this acid and also the bases. Next one is flammable liquids. And in these flammable liquids, these are flammable liquids nothing but which can give rise towards the fire, or which can be explosives. Okay, explosives can be done because of this flammable liquids also. This can be very much dangerous, and if you are going to work in that type of flammable liquid manufacturing, we have to take very much care towards these liquids. Why? Because immediate medical attention can be given who are affected, who are exposed towards this in flammable liquids here. Okay. And next one is toxic gases. And these toxic gases are also very much dangerous. Why? Because it may cause the respiratory problems, and we are going to inhale so much amount of these gases also. It may lead to the death, and sometimes it may be so very small thing like irritation also. So when we are going to be exposed towards these toxic gases, we have to be very careful, and safety measures have to be done. Okay, and it can be these type of toxic gases can be stored in the well ventilated area, and it can be, if possible, we can keep these toxic gases in the specialized storage rooms also, or it can be stored in some other containers also, which cannot be used regularly like that. Okay, and when we are handling this type of toxic gases, we have to wear the top to bottom means dresses, gloves, mask, and also we have to provide the eye protection also. Okay, when we are going to, if accidentally also, when we are going to inhale so much of these toxic gases, means large amount of toxic gas, we have to take um, emergency action to consult immediately the doctor. Okay, like that one. And also, if you are going to work in a very large volume of this gas also, emergency plan can be, means if sometimes these gases may leak, means, so that's why we have to be prepared. If this gas is going to be leaked, means we have to be prepared, and emergency plan can be previously done towards these toxic gases. Okay, these are all the toxic gases in this one. We can see these are all helium, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. These are all the various types of toxic gases we may face in the atmosphere also sometimes. Why? Because this carbon dioxide can be always present in our atmosphere. That can be comes from the industries and also the factories, and from the trees also it can be, means at the night time these trees are releasing the carbon dioxide. From that one also we are getting the carbon, from the trees we are getting the carbon dioxide also. And coming to the next one, that is corrosive chemicals. And in these corrosive chemicals, when we are going to face these corrosive chemicals, it can cause the burns, irritation, and also the corrosion. And this can be, we can see this type of corrosive chemicals in the household products such as oven cleaners and also the dryers. Why? Because these oven cleaners to wash that utensils also, means that oven clean, to wash that overall inner part of this oven, they will be providing these corrosive materials, and that will be very dangerous when we are going to, without gloves we can't keep our hand into the ovens like that one. Why? Because that will be very much dangerous, and our hand can be burned easily at that time. And also, inhalation of this corrosive fumes also can be dangerous, and it can be affected with respiratory problems like this one. And when we are exposed towards these corrosive substances also, means some burns or any some irritation happen towards us, means we have to rinse that part of our body, and we have to means we have to, by using the cool water, we have to you clean that injury, and for almost 15 minutes we have to clean that injury with the cool water only. Okay, and safety measures have to be done before going towards these corrosive materials. Okay, and next one is oxidizing agent. And in this oxidation agents, some will be very much reactive. Immediately they may take action, like it may cause fights and also the explosives. Explosion can be done due to these oxidizing agents. Some will be some of these oxidizing agents can be very much corrosive, that will immediately, when that type of agent that will fall on our body, means that will just eat away at some skin parts also, means it will just take out the some of the tissues of this oxidizing agent, and some will be very much poisonous if ingested also, means and sometimes these agents can be very much explosions can be done because of this one. So we have to wear the gloves, mask, everything when going towards this oxidizing agent. Okay, and if we got any injury because of this oxidizing agent also, we have to take immediate medical attention have to be given towards us. Okay, and next is toxic metals, and these are the toxic metals which are very much harmful when they will enter our body. This will cause the respiratory problems, and that will lead to the burning, irritation. And when that burning happened on our body, means it will take the, means we can't see, sometimes we can't see the bones in our hand also. Okay, that much of serious injuries can be happen because of this toxic metals. And mainly these exposed towards this toxic metal, these substances can be fatal also, and they may cause the gastrointestinal issues also. Okay, toxic gases are very much means that toxic liquid is very much dangerous. Toxic metal, if we are going to inhale this type of accidentally, if you are going to inhale this type of metal, means that will cause the gastrointestinal issues. And identifying of this toxic metal is also difficult. Why? Because we can't tell that is toxic, or we can't tell this one is safe. So if you are going to face towards this toxic metal, there will be very much difficulty of breathing, and also the gastrointestinal distress will be there. So immediate medical attention can be, means we have to seek the immediate medical attention. Okay, and these are the heavy toxic metals here, means arsenic, cadmium, mercury, lead, aluminium. These are all the various types of toxic metals here. Okay, and next one is flammable solids. And this flammable solids, this is one of the main chemical hazards. Why? Because this will be in solid form only. So when we are using this type of flammable solids, it can easily cause them fire, and also it can be dangerous to work with these flammable solids. These means what is meant by these flammable solids, where we can see, means in the form of small chips, powders, dust. Also we can see these flammable solids, and these type of flammable solids can be made from various materials, like that may be formed from the metals or some chemicals or some toxic liquids also we can make. Okay, when these flammable solids or this type of materials we are going to heat, means sometime it can be easily catch the fire also. Okay, and it can be means when it exposed towards us means it can also burn our body also. This will be very serious. This will be very serious chemical hazard. So we have to avoid to exposure towards this one. And next one is toxic liquids. And this toxic liquids is also very much dangerous. Means these some of the poisonous gases like acids and some other gases like when we are going to expose it towards the mercury also, that is one of the toxic liquid also. And some will be by just going towards means exposed towards these toxic liquids also, it is very much dangerous towards the human health. Why? Because we may face this respiratory problems and also the irritation, and some people wantedly they will drink these toxic liquids also. Means some make some suicides like that one. Means when we are going to drink this one means automatically we will die within the minutes only. So if you are going to come in contact with this toxic liquids means some burn area or anything means we have to take the medical attention we have to take. Okay. Next one is flammable liquids. And in this flammable liquids, what we are going to do means here some of the liquids can be easily flammable. Means easily explosions can be done because of this flammable liquids. And easily this type of liquids can be means it will easily catch the fire, and also these can be dangerous to work with these liquids also. Why? Because if you are going to contact with this flammable gas, we will be getting the so many diseases we are going to get, and some respiratory problems means permanent respiratory problems we may get. So immediate medical attention can be done for the people who will be facing these flammable liquids. And next one is radioactive materials. Means these radioactive materials are very much harmful. Why? Because this type of materials can be used for the manufacturing of nuclear bombs, atom bombs like this one. So if we are going to expose it towards this radioactive materials also, we will be facing so many health effects, and for some time maybe it will be somewhat safe, but we are going to expose towards this radioactive materials means it will cause different types of diseases towards us. Why? Because we can take some example like this atomic bomb or nuclear bomb. When that explodes means nearby people who are living nearby that atomic bomb explosive area, that people are also facing numerous diseases, and some will be facing blindness, some will be facing deaf, some will be facing dumb. Means these are all the means because of this radioactive materials only they will be facing that problems. So we can imagine how much of this dangerous is radioactive materials. Okay, so this will radioactive materials, they will affect our body so seriously, they will affect, and from some point it will be some very minor skin irritation, and sometimes it caused the death also. So severity of this health effects also can be depends upon the radiation exposure and also the exposure type. So when we are going to expose it towards this radioactive materials, we have to just cover our whole body. Okay, whether it may be eyes, whether it may be nose, everything top to bottom we have to cover our body when we are going to expose it towards this radioactive materials. You can see radioactive materials here, that is torbonite and monazite, artonite, uranosernite and carnotite and uranite, and this is nothing but the metatorbonite and ziptite. These are all the various radioactive materials which are going to be used for the atomic bomb or nuclear bomb preparation. Okay. And next one is mercury. And this mercury is obviously, we all know that this is one of them very harmful heavy metal which will be very poisonous towards the humans. Why? Because we all know Madame Curie. She is one of the scientists who did numerous experiments on this mercury only, and she died because of this mercury metal only. When she is exposed, means means exposure time of her towards this mercury is very huge. So when she is exposed towards this mercury, she died because of that exposure time only. Means some cancer she got, and she died because when she is exposed a very heavy time because of this mercury. When we are going to expose towards this mercury, it will affect our body. Means whether it may be brain, whether it may be lungs, kidneys, everything in our body. So this mercury can be used for different purposes to do some different products also. Okay. When these mercury can be exposed, means that can be used in the thermometers, or from eating fish also, that also contains the mercury. So we have to be very careful. Why? Because it will be very dangerous when we are going to expose it towards this, and mainly pregnant women and also young children are very much risk towards this mercury. If this is released into the environment, means that also causes the coal-fired power plants and also the other sources. Okay. These are the references books. Thank you everyone.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.